This is where modern EVs stop being cars and start looking a lot more like rolling data centers. You're not just fixing components anymore. You're diagnosing conversations happening across multiple networks at once. When you pop the hood on an electric vehicle, you won't see much in terms of traditional mechanical systems. But what you will find is a massive amount of communication happening behind the scenes. We're talking about multiple in-vehicle networks all working together to keep that EV running, charging, braking, and staying safe. Today we're breaking down the big players: CAN, CAN-FD, LIN, FlexRay, and Automotive Ethernet, and more importantly, what they actually do. Let's start with the backbone, CAN bus. This is still the workhorse network in most vehicles, including EVs. It's reliable, relatively simple, and perfect for real-time communication between modules. In an EV, CAN is handling things like battery management, system communication, powertrain control modules, inverter, and motor communication, and also charging system status. If you're pulling codes or watching data PIDs, chances are you're looking at CAN traffic. The key thing here, CAN is robust, but it's not particularly fast by modern standards, and that's where newer protocols start stepping in. CAN-FD is basically CAN that hit the gym. Same architecture, but now we've got higher data rates and larger payload capacity. That means more data moving faster without completely reinventing the wheel. In EVs, CAN-FD is commonly used for high-resolution battery data, or like individual cell monitoring, advanced diagnostics and logging, firmware updates over the network. When you're dealing with a battery pack that has hundreds or thousands of cells, standard CAN just isn't cutting it anymore. CAN-FD steps in to move that data efficiently. Now let's step it down. LIN. LIN is the budget-friendly, low-speed network used for simple devices that don't need high bandwidth or lightning-fast response times. In EVs, LIN is typically handling the seat controls, window motors, HVAC actuators, and interior lighting. Think of LIN as the helper network. It takes the load off CAN by handling the non-critical stuff. From a diagnostic standpoint, LIN faults can be sneaky, because if the master module is down, everything on that LIN subnet goes silent. Now, FlexRay was designed for high-speed, fault-tolerant communication, especially in safety-critical systems. It never fully took over the industry like some expected, but it still shows up in certain platforms. In EVs, FlexRay may be used for ADAS, your advanced driver assistance systems, electronic steering and braking systems, and redundant safety communication paths. It's fast and reliable, but also expensive and complex. That's why a lot of manufacturers are moving toward Ethernet instead. Now we're getting into the future. Automotive Ethernet. This is where things really change. We're talking about high-speed data transfer measured in megabytes and even gigabytes per second. In EVs, Ethernet is used for the camera and radar systems, such as ADAS, infotainment and digital displays, over-the-air updates, and centralized computing architectures. Some newer EVs are moving towards zonal architectures, where fewer, more powerful controllers manage entire sections of the vehicle. Ethernet is what makes that possible. From a technician standpoint, that is a whole different game. Packet-based communication, switches, and network topology start to matter a lot more. So here's the takeaway. You're no longer diagnosing a single module. You're diagnosing a network. CAN still runs the show for core systems. CAN-FD is picking up the slack for data-heavy applications. LIN handles the simple stuff, and FlexRay shows up in safety-critical roles. And Ethernet, that's where everything is headed. If you're working on EVs, understanding how those networks interact isn't optional, it's essential. Because when something goes wrong, it's not always a failed component. Sometimes it's just a conversation that never made it to its destination. So stay sharp, stay connected, and I'll see you on the next one.